Hello friends, how are you doing? In the video of today, we will learn together how to apply for visa for Cuba step by step. In this video, we will be explaining the visa policy of this country, how to fill the application form, how and where to apply for the visa, all travel rules due to COVID-19, all the required documents that you will need while applying, and in the end, we'll ask you a question that we will discuss together in the comments. So make sure you watch this video till the end. But before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any inquiry or question, please write it down there in the comment section below. So if we look together at the visa policy map of Cuba, we will find that there are few countries that can travel to Cuba without any visa, like Russia, for example. From Russia, Russians can travel to Cuba for 90 days without any visa. Some other countries for 60 days, other countries for 30 days, but those are very few countries. For example, like Granada for 60 days, Mongolia for 30 days, Dominica for 23 days. But for the rest of the world, or almost the rest of the world, like speaking about all the countries of North America, all the countries of South America, almost all African countries, China, and all European countries, Australia, these countries, in order to travel to Cuba, you will need to purchase a tourist card before traveling. But if you are traveling from Ethiopia, India, Pakistan, Iran, or Iraq, then you will have to apply for visa before traveling through the embassy of Cuba in your country. So we can get the best information about how to travel to Cuba through the embassy sites. Here we will choose the embassy site in Egypt and also in India and in Pakistan, and whatever we will learn from all these sites can apply if you're applying from any other country. For example, Egypt is one of the countries from where you can travel to Cuba by purchasing a tourist card. So for the tourist card, we just need to check here. Okay, for the tourist card, those are the requirements of the tourist card. You need a valid passport, a form, a plane ticket with arrival and return date, and you must pay the consular fee for this service. And there are documents needed to obtain it by post mail, like legible photocopy of the valid passport, legible photocopy of the flight ticket, must pay the consular fee for the service. Like, so in case you are doing it directly from the consulate or you are doing it by post mail, and it is better to do it by directly by going by yourself to the embassy. So in case for the form, you can get the form here. This is the section from where you can download the form here, and you also can learn about the consular services here. Let me show you the form in case you're applying from Egypt. This is the form. Okay, yes, this is the form. You will just need to fill it: your surname, your name, nationality, please, date of birth, civil status, home address, employer, work address, profession, arrival date to Cuba, duration of stay, type of visa, other information, and to write the date and the signature. And for the consular fees in euro, you'll find it here. Okay, this is the consular fees. Like for visas, it is 55 euros, and for tourist card, it is for free, and for visas request, it is 25 euros. So that's how you can apply for a tourist card from Egypt. Now, in case you are applying, for example, from India, it's a little bit different. Okay, there is an online platform here from where you can fill the tourist not the tourist card, the visa form. If you click here, online visas, this page will appear in front of you, and here you will need to check your country. Let's search for India, for example. India. Yes, India. And once you click over India, this page will appear in front of you, and you will start filling the application form step by step. Let's fill it together. Okay, name, surname, date of birth. Okay. Oh, you should give me an older date. Okay. For example, this one. Okay. Personal photo. You have to upload a personal photo of yourself. Let me upload one. Desktop. Then click next. Personal information, citizenship, India, passport number. Okay, passport type, ordinario. Okay, expectation, expedition date. Okay, date of issue of your passport and the due date of your passport. Let's say it is that year, for example. Then click next. Home address, landline, mobile, email. Next. Okay. All right. Okay. Next. Then workplace, phone, fax. Next. I'm not sure if, okay, email wasn't required. Date of flight. This is the date of my flight. Boarding point, the airline, like here write the airport, here write the airline. Date of entry to Cuba, this date. Okay, for example. Next. Here again in this general date, day is to stay in Cuba, let's say 20 days. We'll stay in hotel or hostel. Which place in Cuba? Okay, I would like to say Havana, for example. There is no Havana. Havana. Havana Vieja, Old Havana. Province. There is no Havana province. I don't know. Okay. La Habana. Next. Then specific dates. A photo of the first page of your... Okay. Type of visa you are requesting. Tourist visa. Photo of the first page of your... Okay. Photo of the first page of your valid foreign passport. Let's upload it. Okay. Okay, visa. Oh, I'm so sorry. Where it is. Okay, I think they wanted in GPG format. Okay, for example, travel ticket to Cuba. Copy of your bank deposit. They are not accepting PDF, only GPG or GIF. Choose file. Okay. So after uploading all these documents, click preview, and by clicking preview, this page, yes, just to view everything. Next. Then here you click next. So you have reviewed everything. Okay, cost of the procedure, hotel reservation. Okay. Okay, then click review. Okay, and here are all your informations, and after writing everything you click submit. Okay, Usted será contactado por consultado. Processada. Okay, so your application will be processed and you will be contacted by the consulate. So now you made your application and you are expecting the consulate to contact you, and you can do this from not only India, like there are different countries from Egypt, Algeria. Let me open the list again. Egypt, Algeria, I think also Pakistan is there. GHIGKN. Okay, Namibia, Mozambique, Mongolia. Where is Pakistan? Pakistan is also there. So this is one way. There is also another way where you can apply, like you just click tourist visa over here and it will direct you to the tourist visa card that you can use to travel to Cuba for up to 30 days, and you can extend for another 30 days while you are inside Cuba, and those are the required documents, the same as we mentioned in the way of applying from Egypt. And if we can check Pakistan also for no, this one was from India. If we can check also from Pakistan for the tourist visa or the tourist card, it is the same process. You can just apply, like prepare those documents and go to the consulate directly in your country, and when you have to fill the application form, the documents are not present here, but you can download it, for example, from I think, let's check India. Okay, all the documents are here, and even the prices, the visa application form, the procedures for visa applicant, all the documents are present here in both sites. Either you are applying from India or from Pakistan, you can choose also the application form of another country. So there are also some certain measures that must be taken into consideration, like for example, all travelers must present a complete vaccination certificate, and also you must show a negative result of PCR carried out a maximum of 72 hours prior to travel to Cuba. So what are the travel documents that you need to prepare before applying for the visa? Speaking about your passport must be original and it must not be older than 10 years, with at least 6 months of remaining validity, and with at least 2 blank visa pages for the stamps. In many cases, you will need also a passport photocopy. It might be 1 copy or more than one, and it's preferred to be colored, and both data page and photo page must be shown if separated. In some cases, you might be required to photocopy every single page of your passport, but in general, only the data page and the photo page are the needed ones. Speaking about the personal pictures, you will need at least 2 personal pictures. Sometimes only 1 is needed, other times 3 pictures are needed, but in general, there are only 2. They must be new, not older than 6 months. It should be clear and show your full face, and it is preferred to be with white background, and you should give normal and neutral expressions. No head or face covering is acceptable except for religious reasons. Speaking about the visa application form, in general cases, you need only 1 copy of the visa application form, but sometimes you might be required to submit 2 copies or even 3. Visa forms are different from a country to another. In general cases, you should print it and fill it manually, but many countries now are providing their application form in an online platform, so you can fill the application form online, and after that you can print it and sign it. Anyway, for the application form, you just fill it as we do in the video. In most of the visa application processes, you will be required to provide a proof of status. For example, if you are an employee, you will have to provide a letter from your employer or from your HR department mentioning your name, your work detail, and your salary. And both address and contact numbers should be mentioned also in that letter. And all letters must have an original signature and a stamp. But in case you are the owner of the company or you run your own business, then your commercial registry and your tax card must be presented. But if you are a student in a school or a college, an enrollment letter should be provided from your university or your school. In some certain cases, cases you might be applying from a country different than your own country. At that moment, you will need to provide a proof of a legal status, which is a certificate of legal residence in this country. And in some cases, a valid residence visa for this country can be also accepted. You will also need to provide a proof of sufficient funds, which is a bank statement stating your balance for at least 6 months. The original bank statement must show your name and should be signed and stamped by the bank representatives. And remember that cash will not be accepted as a proof of fund. You should also provide a flight reservation. It could be an initial booking, but in some minor cases, you will need to provide a confirmed booking. And remember that this flight reservation must include a return ticket. So let me show you a short tutorial in how to book your flight, and we will use this site, skyscanner.net. Alright, starting with our site, this part is a little bit boring, but we will see what we can do. First, you have to select what type of flight you want. A return flight, like 2 ways, going and returning, or 1-way flight, or multi-city. And let me show you an option. If you would like to change the language, you can change it from here. You can choose your language, you can choose your country, you can choose your currency, whatever fits you. Alright, so assuming that you have, for example, a travel plan, you're moving between different cities, so you can choose this multi-city option. You can add different cities here, and you can adjust your date of arrival, date of departure, and you can book all these tickets at once, which is a very great option. But let's just assume you're moving from only one city to another, and you want to have a return flight going and returning back. So assuming you are going from Istanbul, of course you can choose whatever you want, if it's in Istanbul or Surat or whatever airport it is, and returning, what is your destination? Where are you going? You're going to Delhi, or you're going to Tbilisi, or whatever, Georgia, Tbilisi. And here you will have to choose your departure date, and here you'll have to choose your return date, and here you have to choose your cabin class. Are you going on economy class, premium economy, business class, first class, or what? And you're an adult, okay, you have any children with you, all right. And here, okay, now you can search flights. Once you click search flights, all the flights will appear in front of you. You can choose whatever flight you want. You can go with the best or the cheapest or the fastest, but it's almost the same here. But of course the price will change depending on the destination, and also will change depending on the date. So let's click this flight, for example, and now will appear in front of us. Let's check the details of this flight. And for this flight, you can book it from different sites. You can book it directly from Skyscanner, or you can go to any of those sites to book it. But yeah, we will book it from Skyscanner. It is the cheapest anyway. Let's click book. But wait, before booking, let's see the details of each flight. Okay, it's a direct flight from Istanbul to Tbilisi, and it's a direct flight from Tbilisi to Istanbul. So by clicking on these arrows, you can see the details of each flight. Let's click book, and here you can see the dates. Okay, you're going, departure, okay, going, returning, and the date, and now click book. So once you click booking, your trip appears in front of you, and the total price appears in euros. Why? Because they set their prices here in euro in Skyscanner. So now you can see the details. Okay, you have one cabin page, you have one checked page. Now let's click next and see more about the details and the checkout. So in the end, what you need to do is to add a contact details, which is an email and a phone number, and after that you will have to add a traveler, which is your name, your middle name, your last name, and in the end you will have to click pay, and by clicking pay you can do your payment, and congratulations, you booked your flight. You will also need to provide a proof of accommodation. It could be a confirmed hotel reservation, or an invitation from a host in this country, or an invitation from an organization you are visiting in this country. For a hotel or hostel, an initial booking is acceptable, but in some minor cases you might need to provide a confirmed booking. And anyway, the name of your hotel must be mentioned, and the address and the contact number. But in case you are invited by a person, either the letter of invitation should be mailed directly to the embassy or to be submitted by you, accompanied by a copy of the passport of that inviting person. There are different sites that you can use to book a hotel or a hostel, but let me show you a fast tutorial how to book your hostel from booking.com. So this is our site, booking.com. First you have to specify where are you going. Let's say I'm going to Istanbul. I want to have Istanbul. Okay, I'm traveling. Okay, for example, check in. Okay, let's say at that date, and check out, let's say at that date, and I want one adult, one room, and let's click search. All right, by clicking search, okay, they are giving me all the locations and they are giving me the price here in Egyptian pound. Let's assume I would like to change my currency. I will change my currency from here. I will choose USD dollars, and now the prices are here, USD dollars for the full period. Those things in this site will help you for your choice. You can filter by your budget or your popular filter or health and safety, whatever interests you more, star rating, whatever it is. But there is an interesting option here also, that you can arrange all of these things depending on price if you are a low budget traveling person. So we can rearrange it according to price lowest first, and let's see the price lowest first for the full period, and you can see that we are having very good prices in somehow okay good quality. Also we can see, also we can check for better quality. Okay, still good price for very good quality. Let's check availability. Okay, I like that one. It looks old and only 5 beds left at this price. So you are booking a bed in dormitory and 1 bunk bed. See availability. Once you click see availability, the whole apartment or the whole place appears in front of you. You can see all the details of this place, and you can here start choosing the availability, like you can like change the dates. And the most popular facilities here, that non-smoking rooms, free Wi-Fi, 24 hours, front desk, terrace, and heating also, because sometimes Istanbul gets very cold. They are also giving you here some selections, like for example bed in male dormitory room, and you can see all the details here, like okay, air conditioning, free Wi-Fi, shower, toilet, heating, hair dryer, and of course if you want any other option like comfort, double or twin room, or classic double or twin room, or standard travel room, whatever you want. But let's just go for the cheapest and select only one bed. You can select of course more than one bed, and they give you different things like free cancellations and no prepayment needed. You can pay directly at the property. So if you, in case you would like to cancel it, they are giving you a specific time and a specific date. In that date, till that date, you are free to, you can cancel this booking for free. Just click I will reserve. Once you click I will reserve, here you are filling your details. They are giving all the booking details. It is for 4 nights, and this price is $35. And here you will have to enter your details, all your details, and bed in male dormitory room. Okay, you'll have to give your full name, and if you have any special request or something, and also here give your arrival time. So you have just to review all these parts, and in the end you will click final details. By clicking final details, you will review again all your details and you will confirm your booking. Once your booking is confirmed, you will receive an email in your email like that, stating the check-in details and the check-out detail and the duration of a stay, the phone number and the address of the place, and all the details. And this is the page that you will have to print and take with you to the embassy while applying for the visa. Many countries also, especially the Schengen area countries, require you to provide a traveling insurance, and you have to be careful and to apply through the companies that are accepted officially in these countries. For example, in case for Schengen area countries, there are some certain specifications for this travel insurance, like the insurance coverage must be at least 30,000 euros, and in general cases you can apply for this insurance online. Now let's look together as travel insurance companies. Those are some travel insurance companies. You can use any of those websites to apply for the travel insurance, but since I know that travel insurance is a little bit confusing for most of people, I selected two companies and we will see together how to apply for travel insurance through those two companies. Applying for travel insurance is quite confusing for many people, but here I selected the site europeinsurance.eu, and let's see how to apply for travel insurance. First, you have to select your main destination in Europe, which is I selected France, the start date, the end date. Let's say you're just staying for 1 month and you want this insurance for 1 month, and here you write your date of birth, then get a quota. Okay, so now there are two types of travel insurance. The first one is basic, and it costs 19 euros per month, and it covers more than 60,000 euros, which is required because for travel insurance you have to apply for something more than or equals to 30,000 euros. So I will select this one, and here if you want to extend, but just let's keep it like that. For this basic one I will select it over here, and now I will have to fill my details, the insured person, my name, and the policy holder also, if it is the same person, though the same also details, my own details, and important statements, just some statements, and in the end you will get to the payment. So this travel insurance which will cover more than 60,000 euros for 1 month, it's just only 19 euros. Let's check another site, which is axaschengen.com, which is quite expensive site, and here they give you different periods, like for Schengen low cost, Schengen Europe travel, Schengen multi-trip, get a quota. Okay, so for the prices here, okay, let's first you need to click get a quota over here for the cheapest one. Okay, and here they will ask you the Schengen low cost. They will ask you about the start date and the end date of your travel. So my first date is this one, all right, 12, and my last date, let's say, will be 11th of April, also for 1 month, and this one for 31 days, and it's a little bit, it's not a little bit expensive, it is expensive, and it covers only up to 30,000 euros. But you know, the difference is sometimes about the rate of the company, and also the categories they are covering in the travel insurance. But here I'm just showing you how to choose, how to apply, because choosing the category, the options is something depending on you. But many people are just having some problems. What is the travel insurance? How to apply through the travel insurance? So all these other details I will leave to you. I'm just showing you how to apply through the site and what is the real cost of the travel insurance. By saying 30,000 euros, we don't mean that you should have this balance in your bank or to prove that you have it, because some people think so, those who are not really having experience with travel insurance. Then here you click continue, and after you click continue, you click here for the subscriptions. You will have to fill all your details, and after filling your details you will make your payment, and in the end you will get a confirmation of your travel insurance. And that's how you apply for travel insurance through this website.